Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television and we combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. I'm Christian. Joined with me, as always, are Joseph.
Yellow.
And Jehu. Whoa. We're recapping, sort of, some of our favorite bits of 2022 and listing out some things we're anticipating, or at least hoping to like, in 2023. That way we can be on record when it sucks balls and we can admit that we have terrible judgment on these things.
It would require someone else to call me out because I don't remember what we say on these things, and I certainly will not remember in a year from now.
Nor will I admit that I'm wrong.
Well, that's also an option.
So what do we do? Start with 2022?
Sure.
I guess I'll go first. Am I just doing one, or can I just list some of my favorites? What do you want?
I wasn't sure if we were doing like categories as like movies,
No,
TV,
I didn't list
or
categories.
any. Look, we didn't talk about this at all.
We did not plan.
I really thought about it hard on the drive over here, and the second I saw Christian's list, I thought, I don't have a list, and then I just went blank.
See, I had to think about it beforehand. I had to write it down because I was afraid of exactly that happening.
Right.
Well, I'm going to go with one that I think I'm the only person at this table who saw. Well, it's kind of like a kids' family-friendly movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which, honestly, is a blasty blast. Those movies are, they don't take themselves too seriously, nor should they. Ben Schwartz is great as Sonic. I don't give a fuck about James Marsden, but he's in this movie. And of course, it's like a return to classic Jim Carrey. I don't know, people should watch it. Idris Elba as Knuckles was a fun addition. I don't know. Why have you guys not watched these movies?
I don't know.
It's a fair point. I feel like I would enjoy it.
I'm a little more feel like I have to watch it now that Jim Carrey's claiming it's his last movie.
Yeah, I don't believe that to be true.
I hope it is. I think that would be a great way to.
He went out as Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, everyone should watch it. It's better than Transformers. I really, really enjoyed this movie.
I just feel like James Marsden's so handsome. We've done this before, but like, why is he not a good actor? He's got to not be, or he's like people don't like him.
I think all of the above is probably true. I also want to know why James Marsden always gets cast as the white dude with animated sidekick.
It's only happened twice, but it is weird that it's happened twice.
Is it only twice? Because it feels like it's been more. It was Hop.
Yep. And Sonic.
And Sonic. Oh, shit. I feel like there's four more in there somewhere.
There's Sonic, too.
Has he not done anything with like Muppets or anything? It feels like it's more to me too.
Ooh.
Well, he did do the. It's not quite the same thing. Did he do anything Muppets? I know he did Enchanted, which is like
there are animated things.
Yeah.
Which I'll talk about Disenchanted on what we've been watching. Little tease there. Guys, you got to come up with something. I'm not just saying mine.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if we had like a specific order or not. I went back to my letterbox, which is how I keep my brain's no good no more. It's
right.
just all holes. There's nothing holding on to anything in there. So I have to write everything down. My number 5, which just barely made it into under 5, mostly because of social pressure, is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, that's on my list too, but it's number 3.
Yeah.
We've talked about it at length last week. I don't think we need to rehash it.
I mean, look, if you haven't seen it, you should see it. It is a movie that you won't see anywhere else. You have not seen this movie before.
That's true. I do want to, you got me, like, doubting it a little bit after our talk last week. Like, you brought me down on it a bit.
I mean, the popular opinion is in your side. So.
Sure. But it did get me thinking, was 2022 a good year for movies?
Well, it certainly wasn't a good year for me seeing movies because traditionally, I don't have a specific goal in mind, but on average, I tend to be between like 25, 35 movies a year.
Shit, dude.
And this year I saw 10.
Wow.
And that's movies of like this year, but still, anyway.
Yeah, I got me. We were talking about it, and I was like, I really liked it. And then I was like, maybe I just don't like the other movies that came out this year.
Yeah.
And that like stood out to me because like everyone fucking loves the Batman, and I hated the Batman.
Yeah.
So.
If we were going to do least favorites, the Batman was going to be. You ask, was 2020 a good year? I will say, when I was looking through this year's movies, I had no problem picking what my favorite is. Usually, like, there's some hemming and hawing, but it's like, that one's my favorite. Which that's not the one I'm going to speak of now. I'm also not going to talk about this in length because I just talked about it last night. But I'm giving number 5 to Violent Night.
Oh yeah,
cool.
I
had a fucking blast in that movie. It will be a Christmas tradition for me.
I love it.
Yeah, I really want to watch it. I don't know why I haven't yet. Number 4 for me, again, throwing an oddball out here, Jackass Forever. It is oddly heartwarming. It was really great to kind of go back to those, like, group of characters and see those guys, basically kill themselves again. They also kind of, like, rehash some old bits. And to see them do it at 55 years old or however old they are is I don't know, was really entertaining. I hope this franchise continues. I wasn't super sold on all the new people, but I would certainly give it the old college try with a new cast of characters. And I don't think they're done yet. But if you watch Jackass at all growing up, I really recommend Jackass Forever.
As you get older, do you just hate seeing young people on screen? And by young people, I specifically mean people in like their 20s.
Oh, they're fucking annoying.
It makes me so angry to see them, and
Yeah.
I don't like they haven't done anything to me, but I'm just like, get off, go somewhere else.
Right.
You don't belong here.
Yeah, I've rapidly become crotchety. For sure.
Well, see, I have entered this stage where I'll look at someone on screen and it's like, I'll have a thought like, who does this old bitch think she is? And then my next thought was like, oh, this lady's at least 10 years younger than me. So that's where I am with that. I'm way beyond what you guys are talking about.
Everything on my list we have already talked about in this podcast, but assuming people
that's to be true for me as well.
don't listen to every episode. My number 4, which I don't know if it functionally is better than Everywhere All at Once, but I had more fun, I feel like. Bullet Train. I love Bullet Train. I think that shit was a blast. I think it got underrated or really undersold to me by the internet at large. It is a Tarantino-esque ripoff, but also more of like in an homage-y fun way. Like, not a way that it feels like a cheap studio cash grab sort of thing, but in a way somebody who loves those kind of movies and would like to see more of them in the world.
See, I think I have the opinion of Bullet Train that you have of everything all at once, whatever. Like, I talking to you guys and Ian, it was like so fucking incredible. And then I watched, I was like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Joseph, I also have that one at number 4.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, we already talked about my number 3, which was Everything Everywhere All at Once. So why don't you just go ahead and do your number 3?
Okay, let's do number 3. My number 3, which I think is going to be also on Hertz list, but I'll bet even higher than mine, Elvis.
Oh, fuck, y'all. I did not anticipate Elvis to be on anyone's list.
Elvis is coming up.
I figured.
Yeah.
I won't talk about it at length, but it was definitely one of those things where I knew I was going to see it because it's a Baz Luhrmann flick. And like I've watched clips of it plenty since then, like just whatever.
Yeah.
I would rewatch the whole movie like Hurt does, except I share my account with my dad, and I don't want him seeing that I'm just rewatching the Elvis movie.
Number 3 for me, Nope.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. That was just a real good time at the movies. Again, we did a whole episode on it, so I don't know what else I can say about it, except that I think it's the best of the Jordan Peele movies. Mm-hmm. I've liked all 3 of them. They all are the same but different, as Mr. Miyagi would say. And but I think this one was my favorite. And if he was going to do a sequel to any of them, I would hope it would be this one.
We're going to talk about Nope again.
Well, I guess we are.
But not right now, because my number 2 is Top Gun Maverick.
Yep.
Top Gun Maverick is... it's not my favorite movie of the year, but it is the best theater experience I've had in a long fucking time. Like... I did go to the movies during, COVID, but like also it was always still kind of felt like a stunted kind of experience. Top Gun Maverick felt like it was all the way back in. We were back into like summer spectacle blockbusters. Everything about it is fucking great. I would not call it the standard of legacy sequels because I think it is absolutely the peak of what a legacy sequel can be. It would be very, very hard for anyone else, in my opinion, to obtain that level of awesome. I've watched this movie like 7 times, y'all. I fucking loved it.
That's outstanding. I'll tell you, I forgot about Top Gun Maverick because if I didn't, Everywhere All at Once would be out. This would be number 3, I think.
I'm gonna jump in line here because that's also my number 2. I fucking love this movie for exactly the reasons that you said. It's also nice, even when it's a lunatic like Tom Cruise, to see someone who everyone thought was wrong turn out to be right.
Yep.
He was like, I'm holding out. This is not going out on streaming. It's going to be a hit when it comes out. And everybody was like, whatever, little guy. That life is over. And he was not only right, he was astoundingly right.
Yeah.
Yep. Joseph, your number 2?
My number 2 is Nope, which I think we're going to probably talk about again.
Nope is my number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, everything Hurt said is exactly how I feel. I think Nope, the more we've gotten away from it, I'm in total agreement. I think it's Jordan Peele's best movie. I think it is the most Jordan Peele movie. Like, every movie he's made, I think he's gotten more and more confident in who he wants to be. And that sounds like I'm ragging on Get Out, but I think when he made Get Out, it was like, I am one half of this comedy duo directing a horror movie. And he kind of, I don't know, gave himself some restraints there. I don't think Get Out would look the same if he were to make it today. But by Nope, it was just fucking, the reins were off. He's going to tell this crazy UFO story, which, by the way, this brings me to my point. Do you know this? The inspiration behind Jean Jacket in fucking Nope is the angels from Evangelion.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
but that makes sense.
Yeah, when you see it, you're like, oh, fucking, of course
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Which, if he were to make a sequel and it turned out to be a prequel to Neon Genesis, fuck yeah,
Great.
I'm on board.
Watch the shit out of that movie.
Yep. Fucking Nope. Watch it.
What's your number 1, Joseph?
My number 1, I guess it's not going to surprise you when I say it out loud. Banshees of Inisherin.
I knew it was gonna
You
be
knew
this.
it was
Yeah.
going to be.
I actually didn't.
It was a movie made just for me. It's not. It's a movie made for a lot
I
of
think
people.
the reason why I didn't is that for some reason I thought that was on this side of the line. I thought it was a 2023 movie.
No, it came
Okay.
out last year. Yeah, I mean, the follow-up, I mean, it's not the only movie that I think he's made. Martin McDonagh has made since In Bruges, but with the same cast, with Colin Farrell and
Brendan
Gleeson. And it's really a four-person cast. It's them, it's Colin Farrell's sister, and not Ezra Miller, but the other one.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan or whatever. his
Yeah,
name is.
Barry Keoghan,
whatever.
yeah. And they're all spectacular. I mean, like, I'm not a huge...
Ezra Miller.
I,
He does look the same.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even a big Barry Keoghan fan, but he's so good in this movie. It's just it's such a dumb premise taken to such an obscene extreme in such a a darkly funny way. It's so clever and well done, and I just love it so much. It's the best.
Is he? Would I need to watch it with subtitles? Because that dude's accent gets me. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
It's thick.
It's an Irish movie. I don't think it's too bad because I feel like they slow it down for us.
Yeah.
But maybe.
I watch everything with subtitles anyway. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of dialect that it's not like you don't understand what the word is. You've just never heard that word before, and
Right.
you have to figure it out from context.
Cool. Hurt, what's your number 1?
I mean, I think we can figure it out with math. My favorite one was Elvis. I loved Elvis. You know, when I was thinking of top 5, one that almost made my list was a movie that I wasn't even sure I thought was a good movie, which was Don't Worry, Darling, just because of the fact that it was so much fun to talk about in the weeks after seeing it. But Elvis was that to the nth degree. It was there was 3 weeks to a month there that if you didn't want to talk to Elvis, you just couldn't talk to me. I just wanted to talk about that movie. And for me, that's good when it's because it's a good movie.
Yeah.
And because it's a movie that really took chances. And I mean, not saying that, there wasn't an aspect of the talking that wasn't bad. And by that, I'm talking about Tom Hanks. But I still love that. I think that's an essential component to what makes this movie so watchable, which is Tom Hanks's weird choices about his performance in this. Anybody who hasn't watched this, just watch it. It's fun.
I do feel like you've accidentally stumbled onto a pretty good metric for what your favorite movie is, because I would agree that I have tried to convince more people to see Elvis than most movies this year.
Sure.
Right?
For sure, that's true. Yeah, Elvis is this weird toss-up for me because I don't think Elvis is a good movie. But I think Austin Butler is so fucking good in it. And, you said this when we were doing the episode. If, it's loud and it's bright and it's a fucking show.
Right.
And, it doesn't have to be good in a any sort of, I think, critical metric for it to be just a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that is true, even if it is just cracking jokes about Tom Hanks or appreciating the lights and the sounds or being flabbergasted that Austin Butler still talks like Elvis to this day. all those things make it worth watching. And Joseph, yeah, same thing. I have have begged more people to watch Elvis than I have Nope. And I just said Nope is my favorite movie of the year. They'd be like, I haven't watched Elvis. Fucking do it.
I should say, we talked about this personally off the podcast last week, but I want to on air talk about the fact that there's now a backlash against Austin Butler's.
I put that at the end of the podcast.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, because fuck those people.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. I hope he still has the accent in Dune.
Yeah. Speaking of Dune, let's talk about movies that come out in 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just go ahead and talk about Dune. Fucking Dune Part 2 comes out in October. Super pumped for this movie.
It's so fucking pumped. It's been so long, but it's also, I've watched Dune so many times since the first one, I had to check and make sure it wasn't on my list this year, because I thought maybe it came out this late. Because, I mean, it's become one of those, if I'm not doing something else, I'll just throw that movie on in the background. Yeah. There's always something interesting going on.
I love that. One of my favorite clips from this entire show, since I've been doing the clips, was the time we talked about Dune, and I accidentally ran over your discovery that Jared Leto is the correct, whatever his name was, Farrad Ralph, whatever. I don't know.
Fade Ralph, yeah.
Fade Ralph, whatever. And I love that since then the universe has conspired to create a new perfect Fade Ralph by making Austin Butler Elvis, and then he's got the right look for it. They've made him a musical superstar, sort of.
Right.
He now fits the bill even better, and they've now cast him.
Yeah,
totally.
It's great.
Taking Dune 1 and then adding Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, and fucking Christopher Walken is the right combo of words to get me even more impossibly excited than I thought I could be for this movie. I'm really, really pumped. Let's jump back in time. The first movie I'm excited for this year, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
That's in February.
That's in February. It's next month. I would not have any hopes for Ant-Man movie other than fucking Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Looks so good as Kang.
So, you guys know I don't really have a presence on the internet anymore. My one thing I still do is there's a comic book message board that I've been a part of since the year 2000. So I still go on there occasionally. And when that last trailer dropped, I went on there and all those dudes for some reason were talking about Kate from Lost's hair instead of the fact how weird and upsetting fucking MODOK looks.
I think MODOK should be weird and
I know,
upsetting.
that's what I'm saying. That's MODOK should not be comfortable to look at.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to appreciate things anymore. We've gotten too many cool things now that we're not amped. That fucking MODOK is going to be in a movie and it looks weird as fuck. That being said, what the fuck is with Kate's hair in this movie?
Yeah, I think they're trying to go with that classic Janet comic book look, but it looks fucking terrible. That pixie cut.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all.
Yeah.
Somebody did her wrong. Someone needs to be fired.
I'm not a big Evangeline Lilly guy.
I'm not, but she doesn't need to be done that bad.
Yeah.
Even if she is an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. Corey Stoll coming back as MODOK in this, which just says that at some point at the end of Ant-Man 1, Yellow Jacket's head stopped shrinking while the rest of his body continued, and that's fucking great to me.
That is pretty great, actually.
Totally.
Second movie that I'm kind of sort of also Jonathan Majors, motherfucking Creed 3.
Right? I added this just in case you didn't put it on there, because I've seen Creed 1 and I never saw Creed 2 just because I liked Creed enough to see it, but I didn't love it enough to see a sequel. I like the trailer for Creed 3 enough that I'm going to go back and watch Creed 2 so I can watch Creed 3.
Yeah, Creed 2 is good. It's not as good as Creed 1. I mean, both of them are good movies. I think Creed 1 is kind of like lightning in a bottle. It's a little surprising how good it actually is.
Right.
But, fuck, man. Creed 3 looks to be the best of the three.
Absolutely. Jonathan Majors is going to kick Michael B. Jordan's ass in the ring and possibly at acting.
Yeah, so fucking hard.
Yeah.
He looks so fucking big.
And Stallone's a titty baby.
Is he not? Did he choose to not be in this?
He chose to not be in it, and now he's upset that he's not in it.
Yeah, I did think I remember hearing that because they like give him cancer. I think in Creed 2 or something.
Well,
but
I think in Creed 2, like his story wraps up. He makes peace with his son, so he doesn't need his surrogate son anymore. So he sort of moves on, and he's like, I'm done with these. I'm not going to do anymore. And they didn't say they weren't going to do anymore. So fuck him.
And it's cool to see Michael B. Jordan take such ownership of this character.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't he directing it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I mean, another thing with Stallone, don't you kind of want your legacy to go on beyond you? Wouldn't it cool that, Stallone, who's not getting any younger, maybe this will continue once he's gone?
And also, surely he's getting money from it.
Right.
Oh,
There's
for
no
sure.
way.
Yeah. He owns that character.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
positive. John Wick 4.
Sure.
What's not to be excited about?
Yeah, I just recently went back and watched the other three, and God, they're so fucking good.
They're never disappointing for a second.
Yeah. What I love about the entire John Wick series is at first, like, I hadn't watched them in a couple of years, probably since John Wick 3 came out. Mm-hmm. I had always kind of interpreted that, like, each movie gets a little more bonkers than the movie before, but that's true in the fucking first movie.
Yeah.
Like, for every minute that goes on, it's more wacky than the fucking minute that just passed.
That's fair.
Like, it starts off as just this sad guy with a dead wife, and like 45 minutes in, there's a secret hotel of assassins with their own money system, and you didn't know that fucking 45 minutes ago.
Right. It seems like at some point, this is just going to be like a Dirty Harry type thing. Not that it's going to be this elaborate fantasy of secret assassins. Yeah, totally.
It's fucking bonkers. Can't wait for John Wick 4. D&D.
Yep.
Honor Among Thieves. Listen, I'm a Dungeons & Dragons nerd. I'm fucking excited for this movie.
I think it's going to be fun.
I think the fact that they're already making a D&D series, I don't think they would be doing that if they weren't positive this movie was going to land. So just on that, I think it's going to be really good.
Wizards of the Coast needs all the positive press they can
sure
have
do.
right now. It's been a rough fucking few weeks to be a D&D person.
I saw there's some controversy, but I don't know what it is.
We can talk about it off air.
Okay.
Everyone else needs to know. Super Mario Bros. Looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have a lot to add to it, but I do like that stuff that looks like gameplay is actually incorporated in this, jumping from platforms and shit.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it kind of the same points, I think, when we first saw the trailer for it. But, it is good, I think, for this, that there's a lot of, like, art and kind of concepts to draw on, but not a lot of hard story beats that they have to follow. So they can just get wild with it. Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Man, we talked about this already. I was super excited for this movie regardless, but that got amped up by the Christmas special, and that really got amped up by that trailer with the Space Hog song in it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this. I will be sad that these will be over.
At the time, we predicted certain people living and certain people dying.
Right.
I'm less convinced we're right about this.
Really?
Yeah.
James Gunn said that he anticipates like all the Guardians people will be in his DC movies. So they may all fucking
They
die.
all fucking die.
I mean, it could be just like a Butch and Sundance sort of ending. Yeah.
I don't feel like the Marvel movies need any more downer movies. I feel like we've had quite
We've had
enough
a good
of those.
Right.
I do want to throw it back a little bit to Ant-Man. Just this one thing I've yet to say, which is the Elton John songs have been used a lot lately in fucking trailers. None of them are used better than Goodbye Yellow
I would
Brick
agree
Road.
with that. Yeah.
Fucking perfect use
Yeah.
of that song in that trailer. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's a lot of S's. Miles Morales back. I don't know. Fucking the first one's great.
First one's great. I didn't love the trailer.
Don't
for
love
this
the trailer.
one, but I still have faith.
I'm going off pure enjoyment of the first film alone.
Same. I have faith in the creators more than one trailer. I don't know why they went for just like the solemn monologue for like 80% of the trailer.
Yeah.
It's an odd choice.
It's just weird that a movie that is pretty much universally loved because it's fun.
Yeah.
Tried to do a trailer of, this time it's going to be serious.
Yeah.
Man, we got plenty of serious. There's plenty of serious out there. Let this be fun.
Yeah, I know the guy who directed the first one, and I think he directed the second one. He's also directing a few episodes of The Mandalorian. So I'm excited to see what he does in Mandalorian Season 3. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. fucking it's Indy's back.
I'm stoked about it. I can't believe I'm stoked about it, but I'm so excited about it. I love seeing the trailer in theaters. It looks like an Indiana Jones movie.
Right,
I don't know what other praise I can give it besides that.
Well, Hurt talks so much about like enjoying like old dude on last ride movies,
Right.
And I think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull wants to be that, but doesn't really try to be that.
Right.
This looks like it is swerving into the skid on it.
Right.
And Harrison Ford, I'm sure, can do that, and it'll be a blast to watch him do it as Indy, I think. Fuck it, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I don't just want this to be good. I need it to be good. Yeah.
My most anticipated movie of 2023, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Yeah.
Listen, they're all fucking a blast.
Oh, actually, that's a good thing we didn't talk about. So we all saw Avatar in IMAX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you all have the feature in front?
I
with-
did
Boy,
not.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
There's like I don't know. It's a long featurette, maybe like 6 minutes of them building and doing a stunt where
He drives the bike
He
off the
drives the
cliff.
bike off the cliff and base jumps off the cliff. And it's one of those things where like it's so set up, and you like there's a part of you that wants to be like, this is ridiculous that you're doing this, that you're like kind of like grandstanding about it, like whatever. But then you watch it like, oh fuck, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Like I can't get around. It's just gonna be fun.
He's fucking 61
it's
years old.
insane.
I first of all, just in that little featurette, when they just before they even show you the stunt, when they just go to the edge of the ramp and show you over it, I was like, "Fuck this! I don't even like looking at it." When I was watching it, I said to my buddy Austin, "This is my pitch for a movie, one of these sort of meta commentary type movies, a movie about the stunt coordinator who lets Tom Cruise die." I think that could be a hit.
I bet Tom Cruise would produce that movie.
He would be in it.
Yeah. I stand by Tom Cruise is my favorite actor working today because there's not anyone in Hollywood who cares about you, the viewer, as much as Tom Cruise.
I really do feel like, I don't know, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I would have said The Rock a couple of years ago, but no longer. I do feel like Tom Cruise may be one of the last movie stars in Hollywood, like the true stars.
Right.
No, I would agree with that. I don't think there is anyone close to it. One, I don't know if Hertz caught on board yet, but I know Joseph and I are excited. Fucking Barbie.
Yes.
Still haven't watched the trailer.
Greta Gerwig's Barbie, written by Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach. Why?
Yeah.
Why did they do this?
Fucking sorry. Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, fucking I'm sure a whole bunch of other people I can't think of, but yeah.
I have no idea what it's about, and I don't care. It just seems like it's going to be a blast.
Like you said, go for the swing, Fucking swing for the
Yes,
fences.
absolutely.
Let's go for a home run here. Just fucking try something. I'm pumped. Also coming out the same weekend, Oppenheimer.
Yep.
I did get like the extra long trailer for Oppenheimer when I
I don't
saw
know.
it.
I think
I'm not a Nolan guy, but I'm pretty fucking pumped for this movie. And Jordan Peele said it's his most anticipated movie of the year. It looks so fucking good.
It looked really fucking good. I mean, I don't really feel like there's much Nolan-y shit Nolan can do to this. And I'm not as down on Nolan as you are, but you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's going to time travel in this.
It's just going to be a literal, like, sequential movie.
Yeah, I just hope, when he delivers the "I am becoming death" line, the sound is up enough where I can fucking hear.
That is a killer speech.
what if they just don't put it in there? It's like a tease.
Maybe he won't,
I mean, look, I feel like we've done enough shit on World War II for like a couple decades. I know that's a minority opinion, but like I've seen enough.
Right.
I'm good for a while. We can come back to it later.
Well, particularly since, like, for 20 years of movie ranking, it was, like, the number 2 biggest genre under Western.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of World War II movies.
That said, Dunkirk is my favorite Nolan film probably in recent years. I don't remember what, maybe Interstellar, but maybe even before that.
I'm right there with you. I think Dunkirk is my favorite.
So I feel like, I'm super on board for this particular pairing. And also, you guys know I have a little crush on Cillian Murphy. So
Yeah. The whole bit in the trailer when he's like, Matt Damon asks if the whole world get in when they turn it on, and he's like, it's like a 13%. And because I felt like I had to include a DC movie, I included the one no one's fucking talking about, Blue Beetle.
is that coming out next year?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Everyone's talking about Shazam or The Flash or fucking Aquaman. I don't give a shit about any of those. Fucking Blue Beetle I'm pumped for.
I mean, probably also because it's, of all of them, the one that's most likely not a lame duck.
Yeah.
Like those other three, there's not going to be any building off of them, except for maybe Flash, where the building off of it is going to be none of that shit counts anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I like this character. I like the outfit.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm pretty excited for this one too.
In many ways, this is, I feel like they're not going to, but this is DC's opportunity to do what Marvel did 13 years ago or so, which is they've kind of burnt out their A-list characters.
Right.
For Marvel, they just didn't have the rights
to them. Yeah.
But let's start getting people attached to like your V-cast
Right,
or whatever,
exactly.
and like there's no preformed opinions. You don't I don't know. It doesn't have the same pressures as like a Batman movie,
Right.
Like just fucking have fun with it,
Right.
And we will too. I hope,
Right.
God, I hope. I really want it to be good.
Yeah, I don't know that it will be, but I want it to be.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't say, like, you launch the DCU off of it, but, like, make no connective tissue.
Yeah, just make a movie.
Just make a movie. And if you want that kid to come back, fucking do it.
Exactly. Totally.
The last one I wrote was Dune Part 2, but we already talked about that.
We did
one.
already talk about
So
that.
those are the 13 that I looked at and thought, I would like to watch those.
I have one more to add to the list, but I don't know if anyone else is excited for this with me. I'm super excited about The Equalizer 3.
I wasn't even aware it was coming out.
I just found out about it this week.
Is Denzel coming back?
Denzel is. Would I be excited if Denzel wasn't?
I don't know.
I don't give a shit about Queen Latifah.
On the show version?
That show looked. I'm not even gonna punching down.
Maybe you're just sexist.
Maybe I'm just. I have no doubt that Queen Latifah could kick my ass, but I think most of the people on the show whose asses she could kick, she probably could. But I just cannot fucking wait. I thought the first two were super fun. I think they're my favorite of the old man rage genre. So yeah, looking forward to it.
So yeah, that's our best of 2022 and most anticipated of 2023. Until we definitely forgot stuff. We will on both sides probably. But if we missed anything that you wanted us to talk about, reach the refund@gmail.com. I've been loving the emails coming in.
Yeah, they've been good.
They've been fun. Well, cool. So yeah, that's it for that. What have we been watching this last week? It's actually a week this time.
Well, it's not a World War II movie. It's a Korean War movie, and it stars my favorite actor in Hollywood right now, fucking Jonathan Majors. I watched Devotion, which stars him and Glenn Powell, which, of course, Glenn Powell...
They're both pilots, right?
They are both pilots. Glenn Powell had 2 movies come out this year. He is a naval aviator in both of them. He's a much nicer guy. Pause for a second. Are you guys aware that Glenn Powell wrote a Captain Planet script for Leonardo DiCaprio's production company, with him fucking starring as Captain Planet? Not Leo, Glenn Powell.
Right.
Which, by the way, Glenn Powell could be Captain Planet.
Sure.
Like, I can see it. Fucking, I want to see that movie. This movie's not great.
Okay. It didn't look great.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's about, oh my gosh, I knew this guy's name before I sat down. Ensign Jesse Brown, who is the first black naval aviator to receive the Navy Cross. Spoiler alert, posthumously. But, it's good. It's, of course, kind of like a racial tension, but not really like the classic white savior movie. It is literally just like the kind of challenges he faced in the Navy at the beginning of the Korean War. Your dad will like it. You might not. I'm gonna say worse than Transformers.
Okay.
They're both good in it. Like, they give good performances, but it's not great. I also watched Disenchanted, which I had never seen Enchanted before. You've seen Enchanted.
Yeah.
Have you seen Enchanted?
Wait, did you
I'm
watch
pretty
Enchanted?
sure I have, but I can't.
I watched it right before.
Okay,
like
I was
2 days
about to
before. Enchanted is fine.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but it's all right. My children were into it. Amy Adams is good. It's all right. Disenchanted is a big bag of dog shit. It is awful. And Amy needs to call her agent because she has now followed Dear Evan Hansen with this piece of dog shit. She should not be singing in movies anymore. If they call her for a musical, she needs to say no. I think she's a relatively talented actress, and she has been booking some dog crap. This movie sucks. Yeah, that's it.
She just needs to go back to things where she's sad and semi-naked. That's her bread and butter.
Yeah.
I was about to say she had a real hot streak in like 2008 to 2013. Somewhere around there.
Right after Enchanted.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Hurt.
I watched something this week that I've been threatening to watch and talk about on the show for quite some time. And that is the 90s superhero movie Darkman. Sam Raimi. I watched it like on VHS, back in when dinosaurs were on the earth. And I remember liking it.
Yeah.
But, I don't even remember what rabbit hole I was going down that made me pay attention to it again. But, like Sam Raimi doing an original superhero with script help from the Coen brothers starring Liam Neeson and Frances McDormand. Is this maybe the best movie ever? Mm-hmm. So I rewatched it again, and it's not the best movie ever, but y'all, it's real fucking good.
Yeah?
It's top tier Sam Raimi.
I'm pretty sure we said we were going to watch that movie before we did Multiverse of Madness, and then we forgot.
We did. Man, it's such a 90s superhero movie. Danny Elfman does the soundtrack, and it literally seems like he just took the Batman soundtrack and took out the do-do-do-do-doops and just kept the rest because it sounds exactly the same. It looks like that movie. The sets are like it. It's just 100%, Sam Raimi saw that movie, is like, I can't get the rights to any of this shit. What do I like? I like Universal Monsters. I'm going to make a superhero movie that's also a Universal Monsters movie, and it's going to be awesome. And it fucking is. It's fucking great. I highly recommend watching this movie. I don't know if it's on any streaming service.
Yeah, I remember looking for it, and it wasn't at the time. That shit just pops on and pops off.
It was on Christian's favorite, Peacock, for a while, but it's not on there anymore. One of the things that was such a big deal about it at the time is that is just lost to time now because nobody remembers L.A. Law. L.A. Law was like an 80s, sort of legal drama, and they had a guy who worked in their office who was mentally handicapped, and everybody just kind of thought that guy was really that guy. And then he's the fucking villain in this movie who likes to cut off people's fingers and shit, and he's fucking terrifying. And everybody just went nuts for that at the time. No, that wouldn't mean anything to
yeah.
But yeah, Darkman, better than Transformers. Maybe my second favorite Raimi movie.
All right. I love, we've talked about this also before, a long time ago, but I do love movies like that have like a contextual element that like just totally gets lost in time and like ruins the movie in a lot of ways.
Right, exactly.
Because like I always feel like Secret Window is that way now.
Right.
Like the whole point was you're not supposed to suspect Johnny Depp because he's like this sweet boy man that's been in all like these romantic comedies and shit up to this point. And at this point, immediately you see Johnny Depp like, yeah, that guy's the killer, 100%.
One more thing I'm going to mention on it, because I do remember what rabbit hole I was on that I fell down. Did you guys know that the Coen brothers were offered Batman 89?
I did not know that.
The Coen brothers were offered Batman 89, and they did Miller's Crossing instead. Miller's Crossing cast would make a great fucking Batman movie. Gabriel Byrne is Batman, fucking, what's his nut? John Turturro is the Joker. It would have been fucking rad. Anyways. Now I'm done.
John Turturro does seem like is he not in a Batman movie somewhere? He's got to be.
He's in this shitty one that just came out.
Oh, okay, there you go. It all worked out in the end. Look, I really want to fucking talk about Mob Psycho because the season's over. We waited to watch the whole season, and my wife and I are working through it because we found out that this is the last season, and she doesn't want to watch it because she doesn't want it to be over. So I may never get to actually see the end of it. But when I do, I'm going to talk some mad shit on it. I'm excited about it.
I've never watched the last episode of the IT Crowd for the same reason. I will not do it because I don't want to say goodbye to my friends.
Yeah. So instead, I'm going to talk about another... Well, should I talk about the show that people might have actually watched before I talk about my show? Let's do that. First thing I watched, first episode of The Last of Us on HBO.
Fucking killer.
It's one of those things. So really recently, there's an anime based on a video game called Nier Automata, which if you remember a long time ago, I played and did not like. But for some reason, I decided to watch the show, which, as it turns out, was exactly the plot of the game. and I hated it. I watched one episode, I was like, no, this is not for me. And I feel like the exact same principle, but applied in reverse, was true for this. They essentially, like, for the first episode, mostly, 60% of the episode just replay the prologue from the game, almost beat for beat, with a couple of, like,
almost
added drama.
identical. Yeah.
And it, like, I thought in my mind, like, I know what's going to happen. Like, I like the game. I'm going to enjoy it, but it's not going to, like, hit me. But it fucking it got me.
It hits
Holy
hard.
shit.
It may have hit me harder.
You shouldn't have watched it.
It may have hit me harder in the show than it did in the game. I don't want to spoil what the fuck happens.
I was skeptical about, just because I felt like Pedro Pascal was such convenience casting of, like,
he's so fucking good as Joel.
We've already seen him do this exact same role.
Yeah.
Let's just put him in this other role about, a grumpy dad taking care of a child sort of thing. But fuck, he is good. Like, it's off to such a really solid start.
I wanted us to talk about this because I need to issue an apology. I have no problem with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I typically like what he's in. I was disappointed in the casting because, one, I felt like there was better casting, and two, it felt so similar. Like, he's kind of been dog and ponied into this role. But God, like, there were moments in the show, and it's so fucking weird because it's a video game, where I really was like, this is fucking Joel. Like, this is Joel. It's just it's very real.
I think it was okay to question the casting, because one thing I've been wondering about him lately, good actor, mostly in good stuff, but is he handsome, or does he look like a really well-worn in catcher's mitt?
No, it's definitely the second one. Yeah.
It works for him in this particular part, I think.
Yeah. No, it's. I'm so excited for where this show's going to go.
First episode better than Transformers, and I have high hopes. I have much higher hopes than I was anticipating.
Did you guys watch Chernobyl?
No.
Did you watch Chernobyl?
I didn't.
So Craig Mazin is not like a guy I traditionally have liked, but Chernobyl was so fucking good. Like, it really turned me on him. And then having him and Neil Druckmann do this together, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think it really can be. By the way, the fucking, like, video game movie curse, that shit's been over for a while. Sonic movies are good. Fucking Arcane is incredible. You watched the Cyberpunk show, right?
Look, it's super loosely based, but yeah, that kicks ass.
And then, this, like, we are in a good era of video game things, and this could be the best, though.
I also want to say, I know there was internet controversy over... There's a scene in this movie that will remind you a lot of a scene in one of the Quiet Place movies, but it is absolutely just a shot-for-shot, like, remake of what the game is like. So, ask John Krasinski, not whatever his face is, Craig, whatever.
Also, one thing that they add in this that is just for fucking me, John Hannah is in the first fucking 5 minutes of this show, and that guy is incredible. He should be in way more things. I don't know that he's a good actor, but I just like what he does. I like the choices that he makes.
All right. The other thing I'm going to talk about is it's something that I'm almost finished with, but not done with. It's a series that Disney bought the streaming rights to in the U.S. in, like, March. The show came out in July, and they released it last week. Because fuck them.
You've been waiting.
I have been waiting. It's a movie called Summertime Rendering. It is kind of billed as, like, a mystery show, and it's not really that. There's not that much mystery. It's more of, like, a supernatural thriller horror kind of thing. It's very, like, it's really just like a bunch of other popular pop culture ideas mashed into the same things. Mostly Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Some, I don't know, what's the Happy Death Day to you? Is that the time loop?
Happy Death Day?
Yeah, that one. It's like those two things jammed together. That said, it's pretty fun. It reminds me a little bit of there's a show I always talk about that no one else remembers because I don't know who watched it on ABC called Invasion. It came on right after Hurricane Katrina.
I remember Invasion.
But it starred William Fichtner. It was just Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but William Fichtner was clearly early on like one of the Body Snatchers, but also like not on their side.
Right.
And that was like a fun like dynamic that they played, and then the show got canceled. We never like saw what happened. And that's very much the exact same premise of this show. Anyway, it's fine. I like it. It's better than Transformers. The one thing that's tough about it, is that like the main villain, like the literal, like God on earth that is causing these awful, gory, horrible things to happen to people, and that they're, spending the whole series trying to defeat. Her name is Heine, which is tough. It's just tough every time we say it with a straight face. But, it's what it is.
At least when they get around to the porn parody, they won't have to go
They
far.
don't have to work hard, no. Ooh. Anyway, Summertime Rendering, better than Transformers.
Yeah, I think this is Disney's first step before they completely dive headfirst into the anime world.
So I didn't see. I watched it on Hulu. Is it on Disney Plus?
I don't think it's on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
but they own Hulu, so they have.
No, I know. I just wasn't, because this one, it's a TVMA sort of thing, and I wasn't sure if they had really.
Which is why they put it on Hulu.
Exactly. I wasn't sure if they've dived in on Disney Plus with the mature content yet.
Not yet, but I think they will.
It's coming.
I'm sure Studio Ghibli is really regretting that deal with Warner Brothers
I know it.
now.
Anyway, so I think that's it for this week. Do we know what we want to do next week? I don't think there's anything fucking coming out.
No, I'm not aware of anything coming out.
All right, well, we'll have to figure it out. Maybe a news week, maybe something else.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever he says. But thank you guys for listening. Please rate, subscribe, tell your friends about the podcast. Again, if there's anything that we missed from 2022 or things that we missed about 2023, reach to realphonies@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at realphonies, and on Instagram, real_phonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. We'll see you guys later.
Later.